All right, let's see if we can get this thing lit off. Oh, hey there, friends and neighbors. Oh, I didn't see you there. This video is just going to be just fixing to get set up here to do a little heat treat on that Micanopy build that we're doing that night. Let's see. Make sure I got everything set up. Got gloves here. I do not have my tongs to get this thing fired off. Use out here. There it is. I'm gonna try to do my best to get y'all some good camera angles of the heat treat. Usually I wait till real dusky dark, but I came home today with another splitting headache. Whine, cry. But the aspirin finally kicked in. I'm able to do something. I was supposed to do a bunch of cutting of more knives, cutting and profiling of the other few orders I had, so that's okay. This is the next on the list to get done first, so I'm gonna do this one and get it done. The other ones, I'll just have a cutting party tomorrow when I get home from work. So, hey, when you're down, you just don't, just do what you got to do. So let's light the fire here and let's see what we're able to get. Oh, you know what? I got to turn the gas on. Come on. Where you at? There you are. Open this way. Is it regular one? Light the fire. Need to get this piece of metal I got in here hot so I can heat up my oil. There it goes. And we're lit. So unfortunately, I probably won't be able to show you both the forge and the oil, the quenching at the same time. So everything's just, with the car being right here, I ain't got much room to put the camera. So I figured this would probably be what y'all want to see the most, is the forge mainly. Let that piece of metal heat up, put the gloves on. Off to the side here, I'm gonna try to turn it up a little bit here in the fire. There we go. I try to do this in dusky dark so I can see the colors of the metal turn. I should be able to see it inside the forge, actually turn the colors I need before I can drop it. So it shouldn't be too big an issue. I have done this before in the daylight like this. So I'm just gonna wait and get that metal hot, which I see it actually turning colors kind of right now. I can get a hold of this guy. There we go. Yeah, it's getting hot. I don't know, can y'all see the color differentiation on this? Maybe. You can't see it, but it's turning about a cherry red almost. This ain't the knife, by the way. This is just my little extra cut off from one of the knives I made. I use it to help heat up my oil. Nothing goes to waste with me. I use everything. I use it up till I can't use it no more. That to be good hot. This is a very important process. This is something you really want to focus on. This is the rigidity of your knife. This is what makes it strong. It's what helps the edge retention. This is it. So you want to make sure you get everything right here. I go to about an orange to almost a yellowish color. That's about 1500 degrees. Usually about cherry red to an orange is usually when I go about when I quench it. I have used this a few times already, this piece of metal, so it's got coated in oil a little bit, burnt oil, so it's taking a little bit for it to heat up. Get there. And she's there now, so I'm going to go ahead and drop it. Stirring around the oil, just loosening up that oil. Heating it up. And I think one of these should do it. I got 2 of these to heat up. It's been actually unusually hot for the season this time of this past week. It's been about 95 to 96 degrees outside. So the oil's been sitting at that. So I'm just going to try just a little bit just to get it hot again. And that's inside. Next time. Just let the forge finish heating. I want that forge to heat up a little bit more. We're fixing up. And it's fixing to be go time. Get the glove on here. Move it back and forth, make sure I get an even heat throughout it. I want even color throughout the whole plate. I don't want it just to be orange or yellow in one spot. I want it to be thorough. I don't have a magnet or nothing to use for magnetization, so I'm just testing if it's still magnetic or not. But usually when I've done it to about a yellow color, it's good. Quenching, I think, happens, or hardness. Usually heat treats about 1450 degrees. And then get about an orange to a yellow, you're about 15 to 15 and a half, so I'm over probably a little bit. You don't want to go too hard on it, because what will happen is you can actually cook some of the carbon out of here too, so you don't want to do that. It'll actually mess up some of the knife. Just a few seconds more, not too much longer. It's actually, I don't know if y'all can actually see. Y'all see the color difference on the blade? Just about a little bit. Man. She's about an orange. She's about a yellow. It's just about where I want her. And it seems like we're hitting yellow, I'll drop her. Old blade. She's gone. Just a second. Come get y'all in just a second. Move around y'all now. Block y'all's view just for a second. Turn this off. Get the glove off and I'll manage the camera here just a little bit. I don't want to move this knife out of the oil, so I'm going to have to do this as best I can. I might move y'all for just a second. I can get to the camera. I don't want to move this knife out at all, so I'll leave it in there. If I was to move that knife out of there, it'll be kind of an insufficient treat, kind of. So I want to let that cool down in that oil. That oil is absorbing most of that heat. You notice I'm doing a forward and back, kind of a slicing motion. I'm not side to side or nothing. Because if you were to do the side to side with that metal still being hot, it could warp it. And if you do happen to warp it, there's ways of straightening it. You can get some angle iron and some clamps. And while you're tempering it, that should probably help straighten it back out. There's a process to it. I'm just going to let it sit here and cool off in the oil. Just for a second or two. Sit in there. I go till I feel that it's just to where I'm comfortable enough to go ahead and pull that out. And I feel it's cooled down enough. The handle's going to stay hot because it's not dumped into the oil. But that's okay. Alright. She looks pretty decent. Wipe her off a little. Oh yeah, you can see definite color changes. We got us a rainbow towards the end over here where the tongs are. Beautiful. And it is consistent with the rest of the knives I've made, the color, forging color. Get a cleaner rag. I think that's the one I did my oil change with yesterday. Hang on, let me turn a light on. It is kind of dark in here. This is the first one I've been out here. I'm going to make sure I get this heat treat done today, so I haven't been out here. She's cool on this side, so I can go ahead and touch her. That handle's still going to be warm. And I never put this just back into my workbench because it's still hot. So I set it in the concrete, finish that get cool. Yeah, that handle, that part right there, still kind of warm. I'm gonna lay that in the fan real quick, let that finish drying, and we'll do our little test on it and see if she is treated. The way I test for that is I take a flat file, and if it just skates across the metal, not even attempt to grab anything or grind anything off or move any kind of material, and I know it's hardened. And then the next step, I put it in the oven in the house for 2 hours. In between 350 to 400 degrees. I go right in the middle, 375 for 2 hours, and it's worked out just fine. Just temper it, soften it back up, because you can, in its hardened state. Make sure I grab this side. I made a mistake one time touching that side. Actually, I don't even feel like it's really close hot anymore. What was I going to say? You can actually use it. You can take it and use it, put an edge on it in its hardened state, and carry it around and do stuff. But if you do any kind of rigorous task with it, if you drop it or if you do any kind of thing, it might actually break. It could. Right now, if I was to put it in a vise, put any kind of pressure on it, it'll snap in half, just like that. So it's really not rigid right now. So we really want to soften it down. That's why we temper it. Soften the metal down. The way it's still hardened, but it's still got some rigidity to it, to where it'll hold the edge better, and it won't break pretty much. It'll hold its own pretty much. So this is done. Let me show you those colorations in this. I don't know if it'll pick it up in the camera. If y'all can see it. Oh yeah, you could pick perfect. This straw color back here. That's that's our temperature actually. That's about 400 degrees right in here. That straw yellowish color. When it starts getting into that purple and the blues, right in here, that's probably about 800, 900 degrees, probably right in here. Then when it starts turning that throat punch volcanic eruption color here, that's well over 1,000 degrees, which means it's probably got up to about where I thought. About a yellow color was about 1,500 degrees. That's where it's got to. That's pretty hot. So, pretty cool. So this back here just got tempered again. So 400 degrees. Let's see if it's consistent. Yeah, it's consistent throughout the temperature. It's consistent. That's good. That's what you want to see. Consistent temperatures throughout. And I'm sorry this ain't gonna be a really full-length video. Like I said, I just got done fighting a headache real bad when I got home. Just been tired lately. So tomorrow I really got to hit it hard though. Tomorrow will be Monday night in the shop. I've really got to hit it hard. I still got some orders to fill. But I've only got a few really left. It's this knife up here at the top, and it's followed by this. That's a cancellation, that marking there. So I ain't got a whole lot left. So tomorrow's going to be a cutting party, pretty much cutting out new blades and cutting and profiling and stuff by the end of my work week here, which will be Wednesday. So I start the next new work week finishing out the list. Great. But I should have this one done by Tuesday evening. We'll have this knife done by this Tuesday in a couple days. Heat, treat, and temper tonight, and then tomorrow it's glue up, and then Tuesday comes the next day, and that's when we finish this bad boy. Seal him up and send him on his way. Not bad. It's going to be a beautiful knife. Might even go ahead and try to sand out the bevel right here to kind of put a little contrast to it instead of just forged black, which I like the forged look. I might just try to. I only got up to 1,000 grit, so to be able to do that with. So I'll do a hand sanding on it, clean up the bevel lines, all that stuff. So thank you so much for clicking on. I'm gonna end it right here. Like I said, it's just a little heat treat video. It's fixing to go in the oven as soon as the camera's off, get tempered, and then tomorrow we glue this thing up to its handles, and then moving on from there. I probably won't shoot a video of the glue up. You know, it's just gonna probably be like a 5-minute deal. So, so the next video I'll have is us actually finishing this knife. Great. All right. I know y'all are excited. I can't wait to see this thing done and to see what it looks like. So, thank you so much for clicking on. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Click the bell for new video notifications. Hit like if you did like this video, because that keeps me in the realm of YouTube's algorithm happiness, and I appreciate that in advance. And until next time, I shall see you when I see you. I got to pull this list down and put the other new one up, man. I'm done with that. Bye, 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 bye.